Here we have an electric tiller. It is made by Parkside. The model is PEBH 1500B2. It looks like that, so it's quite a large box. Okay, it is electric, so here is the power cord. It doesn't need any gasoline. The top portion is foldable and the wheels are foldable also. Here is the electric motor. It has 3 sets of knives. Each knife has 4 corners, 3 here, 3 there. It has a 1500 watt electric motor, which is here on this portion. It is spinning at around 300 rotations per minute. It has just one speed forward. Gasoline tillers have maybe 2 speeds forward and 1 speed backward. So this is rotating only forward at 1 speed. Doesn't really need more speeds because it is lightweight. It is only around 11 kilograms, not 50 and more kilograms. So you can lift it with one hand, so you don't really need 2 speeds, 1 forward and 1 backward. The working width is 29 to 40 centimeters. 29 if you remove some of these maybe, because otherwise it is 40 centimeters here, the working width, and the working depth is around 20 centimeters, so that's how much you can introduce it into the ground. But if you remove that soft soil from there, then you can introduce it once again and add 20 more and 20 more and so on if you want to dig holes. Here is the on-off button. So gasoline powered ones have to be started with a rope, and they have an accelerator. This has just an on-off switch on the right side, right handle. You need an extension cord because the original cable is around 30 centimeters long. Let's open it. I already cut the duct tape. It has a manual. I read it a little bit. It is in these languages: German, Czech, Romanian, Bulgarian and Slovakian. It is in these 5 languages only, plus a PDF online manual, a QR code for that. This portion is separate. Wheel hub and the wheel itself. The second wheel, wheel's cap. The device itself. Something in the paper. These have to be the screws. Plastic components for tightening. Some rod. 2 metal bars. Those should be the extension for the handle. And that's it. The manual is talking about figure A, B, C, D, E, F. In the front you have A, B and C, and the D, E, F is at the other end. D, E and F and G. The wheel is attached to that shaft. First we have to put the wheel onto that one, then the round washer, then that long one, and then the cap. So get a wheel. This is the shaft which should support the wheels. That already has this metal thing on it and that washer. You have to lift it up and then you can remove it. Let's leave that there. Put a wheel, the red side outside. That comes there. This is not moving, it is welded, not rotating, only the wheel. By the way, that washer is on the outside, not on the inside. So wheel, washer and long thing, cap. So first the wheel, then the washer, the long thing. Insert that one somehow and pull it to the left, like so. Now it should not fall off. The cap has a larger and two smaller things there. Notice this is wider, that is narrower, and this has a large opening, small and small. So put the large, let's say, down and introduce that there. And the wheel is ready. So remove this also. Wheel, washer, and this holding element, and the cap. Where is the large one? Is down there. So the wheels are ready. Now this portion is spring loaded and thus it's adjustable. It's not jumping back. So remove that thing and place it there. And now it is somewhat sitting on the knives. It's top heavy. The next one somewhat better. So motor is on the top, knives down and wheel down. Now the handle should be here, and that's why we need those extensions. Now on this portion I see 1, 2, 3 openings. So on this bar, which has one opening here and 3 there, the 3 is on the top, that portion. So that is this. So take this apart. The 2 plastics will be on the one side. Insert the metal screw. It's not rotating. Attach the end which has one hole. Now insert the smaller plastic with the rounded side towards that one. And tighten with the other one, which has a nut inside. And it's ready. Now get the other one, the same thing. Remove the screw. Insert the screw from the inside. Attach the metal, small red plastic and large one. And it's ready. Attach this. Remove the screw. Let's use the last one. From the inside. Small, large, tighten it. Small, large, tighten it. And it looks like that. Now let's raise it. Remove that thing. And insert it there. Now it looks like that. It's not moving. Tilt it and it's moving. It's not rotating. These are not rotating. Let's attach that wire holder also above that curvature. By the way, you need a long cable, something like that. Let's see if that is enough. That is around 25 or 30 meters. If the long cable is here, you cannot use it directly, because this has a short cable. And you cannot carry this with you up there. So you need another cable from here till there. And put it at a safe distance, not to cut it, because those are cutting. Now here's the cable. Make a loop, insert that loop through that opening and attach it to that one, like so. And now this end, which will be powered, can be connected here. And you will be using the device through this cable. This is powering the short black one, and it's secured here in the handle. Now if I connect it, it will receive power. And I will walk only using the length of this cable, so I cannot use that one. I have to reposition it from time to time and then use this around 5 meters or 10 meters, I'm not sure. Theoretically nothing should happen now. This soil was already tilled, so it's much softer, but for the first time let's try it on this soil. And it's working. It already created a hole. Of course the ground is soft here. Notice it's going down. The hole is getting deeper. Okay, now let's remove that and use it a little bit higher. Let's see what will happen. It's throwing the soil up, but it's better. I stopped it. The soil is very soft here. Raise it up. It is pulling me forward. So if you let it do its thing and you don't hold it, it's going forward. You have to hold it back. It's pulling me forward. And if the wheel is lowered, then it's not pulling me forward in a much smaller manner. I already see some smoke or dust, and it's gone. Compared to a gasoline powered one, this is removing the material much faster. I guess because of the high speed. Gasoline powered one is rotating slower. Now take care of the wire, don't cut it. Plus don't put your legs too close either. So after the first use, it's pretty good. Now let's try it from this angle also. I have to hold the camera with my hand. I have to press the small button and then the large one. The cable got out. It was getting close to the button. You cannot push the button, you have to push the small one first. Small, it's not doing anything, and then the large. There is no slow start on this one, so it's applying the entire force at once. So let's try it. Get the cable away. You can advance even sideways that way. Now here the ground is harder and it's jumping. Let's lower the wheel. Let's see, is this? This is warm. I can still keep my hand on it, but it's pretty warm. So this heats up quite fast. You have to use both of your hands. You cannot use just one. So on this machine, your right hand must be always used, because there is the button which starts the device. Meanwhile, you could try to rearrange your cable using your left hand, but then it will not go straight. Now, in order to reposition it, you cannot drag it on the knives themselves. You have to either put the wheel even lower or tilt it, and then you can move it, or lift it up entirely. From there you can carry it and reposition it. So we can see screws here. Maybe the oil is inserted there, Vaseline or something, if not liquid. You definitely can't do this using a gasoline powered one. That is at least 50 kilos. This is 11 kilos. So gasoline powered one has much more torque, that is strength, and it's rotating its knives much slower. The higher weight helps go lower, but in case of this one, that is compensated by higher rotation speed. That can be removed. It's still warm. By the way, this is metal. That is plastic. This is not stainless steel. It's black metal. Don't use it in wet conditions. No rain is allowed. That was concrete. I think I stopped the machine. Nothing seems to be broken. It's making a lot of dust here. This soil was already loosened, so it's not hard. The wheel is limiting the depth, and I can feel some smell, electric motor smell. More concrete. By the way, I'm leveling the ground now. I'm pulling the soil towards back. The cable is always in the way. Hold it with my other hand. I loosen the soil here and I should pull it there because there's a gap here. The cable is always in the way. So that's a bad part compared to a gasoline powered one. This is not wireless.